it's Sam. So today's video is really exciting because I'm going to show you guys how I went from having a 2.8 GPA to having a 4.0 GPA. So my freshman and sophomore year, I didn't try very hard when it came to my classes, nor did I take like honors classes. So I didn't have like the best GPA. I actually don't think like a 2.8 to 2.9 GPA is bad. Honestly, that means you got mostly B's and like a C or something like that. I actually don't think that's bad. I think that's like pretty good. That being said, a lot of colleges would disagree with me. I didn't realize that until last year, which was my junior year, when I got a 4.0 GPA, because I was like, okay, maybe I need to start trying a little bit harder so I can get into college. So I'm going to be telling you guys how I was able to do it and how you guys can do it as well. First thing is really important, and I think it's something that helped me out a lot, and it was figuring out my learning style. There are so many different types of learning styles. Actually, there's like 7, I think, but they can like combine, and you can learn like one way in one class and a different way in another class, and you can learn a combination of like 2 ways or 3 ways in one class. Like, I don't know. It's all wild. I will link down below an article on it so you can maybe figure it out a little bit better. I don't know enough about it to go like into total detail, and I also don't want to spend the whole time talking about that, but it's really important to do. Also, keep in mind your teacher might have a different teaching style than your learning style, so you might have to like go home after school and kind of reteach the stuff to yourself. I know that seems really annoying, but it really, really helps, trust me, and it's going to keep that information locked in place, especially if you start now. That way you can get good grades throughout like the semester and stuff, if that makes any sense at all. The next thing is to get close with your teachers. This is really important, and if it's still early in the school year for you, because I'm filming this in like September, so if you're watching it like right around when I uploaded it, it's pretty early in the school year, and also in like January, that's when a new semester starts, so you will probably have like different teachers then. So honestly, whenever you watch this, it's a good time to get close with your teachers, but the earlier the better. Your teachers probably don't want to give you bad grades, but if they don't know you very well and they don't know like how hard you're trying, they're not gonna like be so lenient on the grades they give you. Some teachers have a bias, and I know that sounds bad, but it's honestly just kind of like a human thing. So if they read a paper and they're like, oh, it's from this girl, like I like her or whatever, like she's nice, they read the paper and they're like, oh, that was a good paper, even though it wasn't necessarily as good as another paper, they might give it a higher grade than that paper because they don't really like that student. Well, not necessarily don't really like that student, but they don't really know that student. Your teachers have tons of students, so it's important that you stick out. The next tip is to do your homework right after school. I know this is so annoying, but your brain's already in that mindset anyway, and you won't forget to do it. The majority of like bad grades I've gotten are literally just from not doing the homework. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it later tonight, and then like that night I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. And then I'll be like, okay, I'll do it in the morning, and then I won't do it in the morning, and then I'm like, ah, I forgot it. So make sure you do your homework, make sure you put it in a place that you'll remember to bring it to school, because that sucks so badly when you actually do your homework and then you don't bring it to school, and it's like, honestly, like, okay. So I definitely suggest doing that. I keep on saying I suggest doing that. I'm sorry. Next thing is extra credit. This is literally what is saving my pre-cal grade right now. Like, pre-cal is so hard. I hate math. Anywho, extra credit is what's saving my grade right now, because honestly, I feel like I would be, I don't want to say like failing pre-cal, but I wouldn't be doing nearly as well as I am if it wasn't for extra credit. Also, extra credit is great because it shows your teachers that you're trying and you're making an effort to learn the material, rather than like being like, oh, I have a bad grade, but whatever. You know, they appreciate that. So I definitely suggest doing it. I know not every school allows teachers to give extra credit. I think that's really annoying, honestly, because I don't know. But I would ask your teacher anyway, because they might be willing to do it. I don't know. So yeah, just ask them. Maybe they'll do it. The next thing is to take honors classes. I definitely suggest doing this if there's a class that you're not bad at, and I don't even mean good. Like, you just get like a B, or like, I wouldn't say a C, but like at least a B in the class. I would take an honors class if you can. Like I said, I know not all schools, am I saying that right? Like I said, I know not every school is going to offer like an honors class in every single subject, obviously, but the ones that you excel at a little bit more, I definitely suggest taking them. For example, I'm in honors English and honors government right now, and next semester I'll also be in honors English again and honors econ. It's 4 classes. Yeah, okay. See, I'm not good at math. But it is 4 classes, which means they're 4 weighted classes, which is going to help my GPA. I know not all colleges are going to look at your weighted GPA, but they'll appreciate that you tried to like challenge yourself. There might even be really random classes that you don't even think about that are honors. For example, I took an honors art history class last year, and it was the easiest class I have ever taken in my whole entire life. I literally got 100% in the class because it was actually really interesting and it was also pretty easy. So that helped my GPA out a lot because I got an A+ in an honors class. So I definitely suggest challenging yourself a little bit and taking one of those, or 2 of those, or like 3 of those, or whatever. Also, that counts for AP as well. AP looks really, really good, and it's even more weighted than an honors class, so I definitely suggest trying that out as well. The next thing is to sleep. Oh my gosh, like I cannot stress this enough, and I mean at a normal time, not like coming home after school and then like sleeping till 7 or 8 and then staying up all night. That's crazy. Do not do that to your sleep schedule, but like go to bed at a normal time. Your body, your health, your mental health, that's all really, really important. So if that means sacrificing like 30 minutes or so of studying to get some sleep, I really, really think that's super important. The next thing is to take cute notes. This is really something that's helped me a lot, and it's kind of a way I study as well because I'll rewrite them. I could do a whole video on notes and like how I take cute notes and how you can take cute notes and my tips and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see something like that, let me know. The next thing is start your projects on time. Oh my goodness, this is like wild to me that I never did this until my junior year, but I didn't. Like teachers would be like, oh, there's a project that's due next Wednesday, so I would do it next Tuesday because I'm like, oh, it's not homework until then. But it still is. Like the project is something that's not made to do just like one night. It's made to do over like several nights. So work on it little by little. You'll get a better grade on it, it's gonna look nicer, and you will be a lot less stressed, so definitely do that. Next thing is to be organized. Organization is key, whether it is where you're doing your homework, like your desk or your bedroom, or like your locker or something like that, even your folders. Organization is so helpful. It's gonna like keep your mind clear and you won't be stressed out about other things, so you can focus on what you're actually doing, and I really suggest doing it a lot. Also, if your folders are organized, go remember to bring home your homework, that way you don't miss your homework and not do it or something like that, so yeah. The next thing is to pay attention to weights in classes. So for example, if you have like 25% of your grade is projects and you only have 3 projects in the class, that means that you really have to do very well on all of those projects because that's going to be a big chunk of your grade. And if you do poorly on one of them, it's going to really affect it a lot. So I really suggest paying attention to that and asking your teacher like what different weights you have. Not all schools do it. I know every school is different, but my particular school does it and it's really important. Also, definitely participate in class because I get 5% participation for doing that, and that's a big chunk. Like if I don't participate and I don't get like participation points, I lose 5% of my grade, but if I do, I get 5%, which can be so helpful. The last thing is don't stress. I know high school is a very stressful time, or college, or wherever you are. I know it's really stressful, but honestly, like your mental health is way more important than your grades. Although getting a 4.0 GPA was awesome, it's not completely necessary. I was just kind of making up for like previous year's damage, but if you do well consistently throughout school without stressing yourself out so much, you'll be fine. It is just school. Life is just life. Like, do not stress yourself out too much about things like this because in the long run, it doesn't really matter what you got on a math test your freshman year of high school or your junior year of high school or wherever. It really doesn't matter. It's fine. You will be okay, I promise you. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know down below if you guys have any more tips because I think this would be a really awesome place to give each other some like tips and tricks and like ways to keep your grades up because everyone has their own techniques. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Wow, that was pretty easy to film. When all of your